This is the most powerful idea, though, to double your deal flow, is to figure out exactly what you want to invest in. And let's say that you want to potentially invest into stem cell centers, treatment centers that are, let's use a new example, like let's say medical spas, like Botox medical spas, and you want to invest in ones that are based in the state of Nevada. And you might say, oh, okay, there are 42 Botox treatment centers in Nevada. You then have somebody from Upwork.com, which is like where you can hire contractors for pretty cheap, build you a database of those 40 medical spas, look up who the owners are, who the CEOs are of those businesses. You can use state of Nevada corporation division to look up the names of their LLCs if you can't find it on their website. You can look up county real estate records in case they own your real estate and figure out who those 42 owners are, get their email address, their LinkedIn profile, phone number, script an email, have your assistant send it out to the 42 people saying, hi, my name is Richard, and I run, Healthcare Capital Partners or whatever family office. And we provide minority growth capital to healthcare operating businesses, including medical spas. We have invested in 2 Botox centers to date and would like to help you scale yours if you have time for a 10-minute meeting. And then you send the email first and then call them maybe 5 to 7 days later, and then email them or send a letter in the mail. And if you do this, then, and you work this system, we find that other people don't do this, and you'll get responses from people that say, oh, nobody's ever offered to either buy my business or invest as a minority investor to help us grow. In some industries, everybody gets 5 offers a week, especially if they're big businesses. People get offers all the time from private equity. Small and medium-sized companies, often not. And so by doing this and working the system, you'll originate leads you would have never gotten otherwise. Almost no investors and family offices do this. Only families that are at 500 million or $1 billion plus really put this into place. But this is interesting, is that every $1 billion plus private equity fund does this on an extreme level. And they have a team of 2 to 12 full-time professionals, and all they do is work to source deals because it's so critical. But very few family offices do this. It's a real weak spot for private investors and family offices, and this costs almost nothing. If you think about what you pay your wealth advisor or what you pay by investing in a bad deal or on worse terms or by paying extra fees you didn't negotiate, then the cost of doing this, maybe it costs you $5,000 to run this process, and you might source yourself a deal that could produce hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit. Then this is something to invest in. So we've done this a few times now. And in one example, we identified 370 potential assets that could be acquired. I got on the phone with 70 of them over a period of about 9 months. 8 of them appeared investable. One of them I thought we should invest in, and I did this on behalf of a client that was paying me under retainer to do all this work. I brought him the company. He said, no, I don't like the company. And I said, well, I really like it. Do you mind if I invest? And so I invested and acquired 33% of the company. And that was our first royalty deal that we did maybe 5 years ago. And that deal went well. And we got a second investment done from doing that same process. And we're still tracking and keeping in touch with a couple of others. And so if you run this process, you will source opportunities that no one else gets to see, even if you're not well positioned, even if you don't have a website, don't have a brand, don't do anything else about doubling your deal flow. If you run this process as an investment firm or an investor, then you can easily double your deal flow. And it's a proven process that all the big firms use, and very few small investors or investment firms under 500 million use it all.